Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom. And we're going to cast Thoughtseize, target the opponent. Sure. Countered, you got it. So now we're going to Thoughtseize again. Are you looking to get your party together? Well, don't you worry about it, because Card Kingdom has your Zendikar Rising singles up for pre-order right now at www.cardkingdom.com. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Historic 101 with me, yours truly, your friendly neighborhood Asian Avenger. And of course, this week we're playing a Feather deck, Feather Force if you will, which is pretty much your typical Feather deck, but for those that aren't familiar with it, you are using, well, of course, Feather the Redeemed, a wonderful magic card that comes down early and is cheap, and you use a bunch of spells like Fight as One, God's Willing to pretty much target it, and then those cards will return back to your hand and just continuously get value off these cards, making it so your threats are extremely resilient and hard to kill. Although Feather says it's an angel, I just want to clarify that it kind of does look like a flying chicken, so we're going to just call it a chicken. And then, of course, the main reason why we play black, thanks to Amonkhet Remastered, I'm sure you've all been Thoughtseized once or 30 times in a game already, so of course you know we had to do it. And of course we added Agonizing Remorse to get more disruption to pretty much help our opponent, or help our game plan, make our opponent stumble a little bit more. And of course Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, which gives us a little more life gain, and of course allows us to bring back any of our fallen threats and give them another shot at taking down the opponent. So without holding you up any longer, let's see how this deck does in a league. You know, we do need a land. Okay. This is, acceptable. Sure. Not bad, not bad. We don't have the double white. This is kind of the weird thing with the 3 colors, but you know what? Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize, that's all. That's all I have to say. Thoughtseize. That's a cool card. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How do we get past that? Oddly, a Boreal Grazer. Kind of annoying. We gotta figure out a way around that card, don't we? So Growth Spiral and Uro about to probably follow. Explorer, naturally. Sure. Why not have them on 4 lands while I'm at 2? Surely nothing could go wrong next turn, right? I mean, is there a 5-mana card I can think of that would double their mana? Oh, okay. That's actually, well, that's still pretty bad for us, but... Or at least it's not ideal, that I do know. Yeah, let's go and attack. Alright, well, they're not gonna play anything else, and there's no point in me attacking with this right away. I know this is weird, considering that the post-combat, 10th District Legionnaire isn't ideal, but they're gonna just block with the Boreal Grazer, and I mean, like, normally you would say, yeah, make them think that you might have something, but, I don't know, it just doesn't seem likely that they would, like, what... Because there's no risk to them, like, blocking with a Boreal Grazer, right? Alright, sure. Alright, so they've hit another land. That's... I mean, they're working their way towards an Ugin, so that's kind of terrifying. Alright, 3, 6, 7, 8... Alright, let's go ahead and go to attacks here. Let's see, what do they have here? If they double block the 10th District Legionnaire for some odd reason with Krasis and Oracle, I would just immediately... Alright, this is fine. Actually, I think I would have to pump this, right? Or, you know what? Let me think here. 3, 6, 7... Yeah, that's fine. Sure. We'll bring them back later. Alright, so they're down to 15. I don't mind letting that go. I mean, we have the Adanto Vanguard, which is probably slightly better right now. I can bring it back with Sorin. So 3, 6, 7, 8. They Growth Spiral. They definitely have an Ugin. I need to find a Thoughtseize. I really do need to find that Thoughtseize. On the brighter side, if they play Ugin, Ugin can't just, like, minus and, like, without getting rid of the Boreal Grazer. Oh, look. It's my favorite. It's Nissa. Alright, we need her hand disruption for the second games. I mean, more of it. Like, Agonizing Remorse and things of the like. Yeah, that's pretty good, opponent. Sure. You got it. You can play another one. Another land, that is. Oh, boy. Let me see here. What can I do about this? Like, how do I get out of this spot? I don't think I can, right? I mean, like, I feel like they're just gonna chain off. Yeah, I think they have this. Like, we just can't keep up with the fact that they ramp that much. All right, we'll GG's this one. We'll go to the next one. Because this is going to be heavily reliant on us finding, like, the hand disruption to, like, stop them from doing their nonsense. Probably need Uro. I mean, the Soul Guide Lantern to stop Uro. Reckless Rage isn't bad. Maybe I don't need that or that. They don't kill too much. All right, let's try this. I love Nissa, so that's why I play her avatar. She's my favorite planeswalker of all time. So much fun. All right, sorry, I was just singing this song I wrote. It's a new one. It's one you've never heard me talk about before, but I'm actually a huge fan of Nissa. Who would have thought? Let's go ahead and be mana efficient and go Agonizing Remorse. Oh, well, okay. Well, we are in what they would call a pickle. All right, well, we'll get rid of the ramp. That's about to be followed by more ramp, but let's get rid of the Cultivate. And we're going to go ahead and play Feather right now. Because then the following turn, we should be able to just go and Thoughtseize. If we draw another land, we can play a Danto. All right, and we got there. Feather, the redeemed. The angel that kind of looks like a big floating chicken or flying chicken. We got him. And the flying chicken prevails. Glass Casket. I mean, I don't want to play Hushbringer and get dunked on by Uro, so let's not have that be a thing. All right, let's try this. I will keep this. Who knew Feather was that powerful? If we could have that happen every time where we just like played a Feather, the opponent conceded, perfect. Perfect. All right, we're gonna have to start off with the good old tap tri-land. The opponent's probably gonna have like 15 mana by next turn. Yep. I don't think I can risk it. If they have like a Nissa or something like that, you know, my favorite planeswalker, I gotta get rid of it now, so. All right, let's go for it. Oh, a Eugene. Well, I don't think you need that anymore.
My research has...
That's not a fun card. Why would you play that? I mean, it is fun. A Eugene is very fun for one person. Unless you have a Eugene yourself. But I'd rather face an Ugin than a Nissa every step of the way. Every step of the way. Anything that they would draw now, they would just play, right? Huh. Human, non-human. Can pump. Get both of those back. Yeah, I think we gotta go with the Danto. We'll play a Danto here. We could go Dreadhorde Arcanist, pump with Fight as 1, which would then allow me to get 10th District Legionnaire and Dreadhorde Arcanist going, but I feel like anything that that's gonna be worthwhile is gonna probably just get casted immediately. So I need to find something better to do this upcoming turn. 3, 6, 7, so they have 7 mana. If they have another Ugin, that'd be one way around this. And I kind of want to hold the 10th District Legionnaire in the event they play something like an Ugin. And if that's the case, we're probably just going to play Dreadhorde Arcanist. Alright, go ahead and play the Arcanist, pass. So one land dunks me if they play an Ugin, but if they play Ugin, they also get rid of the Arboreal Grazer. Alright, let's move that to the bottom. And alright, and we got there. GG's. We'll take the play. I have nothing to use with those. Alright, that's a little bit better. I like this. I think I'm going to keep everything except Sorin. Sorin's a little pricey right now, especially when I see Aluris across from me. So that could potentially be a Boggles deck. Oh no. Opponent, I think now is mulligan 3 times? 4 times? What is it must be a Boggles deck, and they were just missing a Boggles, or Aura's deck, as you may know. Whatever, not a Nissa deck. Can't be that mad. Oh yeah, no Nissa. Alright, so they're gonna steal my stuff. Okay. Alright, I see what's going on here. Well, I'm gonna play Dreadhorde Arcanist, and I'm gonna pass. Unfair. Unfair, they play Innocent Blood, we lose. We're so dead. We can't beat an Innocent Blood deck. Pick them up. Pick them up. Alright. What is this world? that I'm in right now. Things are resolving? I guess, sure. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We're just gonna decline that. Just hit him for 1. Just a measly 1. Alright, and we got there. Our opponent did mulligan like 3 or 4 times, so that was a little unfortunate for them. I think Soul Guide Lantern's gonna be good. Agonizing Remorse won't be bad. Gideon won't be bad. They play Croxa, so we probably don't want Hushbringer here. Really, Hushbringer is just for goblins. So if you're wondering why it's even there, gobble, 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 gobble. All right, what do we not want here? So Reckless Rage is great against everything except Croxa. Like, I'm pretty sure we're actually on the game plan of hope the opponent never draws their Croxa. like the way I look at it right now, it feels like that's the case. Yeah, let's go down the number of Thoughtseizes. I think we want the exiling effect from Agonizing Remorse, though. Feather is not going to stay in my opening hand. I'm going to... Okay, there we go. Lot better. A lot better. I mean, which one do we bottom, though? Like, a 10th District Legionnaire, we get Thoughtseize. Yeah, sure. Let's try this. Archfiend's Vessel, you got it. Well, that's not a bad start, because the Dreadhorde Arcanist will probably draw something out, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thoughtseize time? Uh-oh. That's a problem. Holy smokes, that's a start. That's for sure a start. Uh-huh, opponent, you got it. Oh, literally just gas for days. So much gas. Can I afford to let them mill some more? I mean, at this point, if they mill some more, they're going to be able to just play Croxa, so no thank you. Oh, boy. Sure. I think we're going to actually have a problem here, because that young Pyro is now going to run wild on us. Oh, boy. We would need to find a God's Willing to somehow survive all of this. I am playing 10th District Legionnaire as just a literal body out there right now. Oh, wow. What a good draw. They had Fabled Passage. That's insane. So they get Croxa this turn. Yeah, I don't think we can win unless we draw a thingy-mabobber. The Glass Casket. Alright, well, here we go. Glass Casket. They definitely have something to reanimate. Sure, let's see what they mill at this point. That's 6 cards into the yard. Get a little more info on their deck, sure. Can't do anything about that either. Alright, come on, please, deck. Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Nope, still gotta keep digging. Okay, I think it's over. Alright, sure, opponent. You got it. Probably could have done that better, because then we could have gotten our stuff back, but... Sure. Let's sacrifice there. But the reason why I didn't play Feather first was because I was hoping to find a Glass Casket just to be done with Croxa. So, if I had played Feather first, I wouldn't be able to actually cast the Glass Casket. So, I don't know if I could take any more damage, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, sweet! May as well just attack for 3. Get in there. I got nothing else. So it's simple as this. I've got to now chump block the Croxa with my 10th District Legionnaire. If I do not find... Uh-oh. That's a problem. If I do not find a Glass Casket, I'm dead. But I also got to deal with this Luris. So, they are hitting us from multiple angles right now. All of it's bad. All of it's bad. Planes. Alright, I'll play that and then concede. We'll go to the next game. This Pyromancer deck has to be an abysmal matchup for us. I feel like Reckless Rage is probably better in this matchup than I gave it credit for. I feel like we still need it to at least deal with Lurrus, Pyromancers, and things like that, so yeah. Alright, let's take the play. We have a Soul Guide Lantern. This is a weird hand. We have Soul Guide Lantern, which is really helpful here. But we don't have the mana to actually cast anything, so we got a mulligan, right? Sure. Guess this is better than nothing. Alright, let's try. I think we're gonna get rid of the feather there. I know that seems risky when our deck requires our threats to actually, like, be around. And it's also not hard for them to deal with an Adanto Vanguard. However, we got lucky. They don't have anything off the Fabled Passage. If they have Innocent Blood, we're in so much trouble. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take this line. Yeah, alright, cool. Good call on my part. Now, what is our problem here? Stitcher Supplier is a problem, considering that... I mean, Spark Harvest isn't a problem. I guess Innocent Blood, right? That's the biggest issue. Because that, combined with Young Pyromancer, is a huge problem. I really need to hope that they don't Thoughtseize us. Oh, man, that's such a... Oh, we were late by just a second. Oh, we were late just by a second with that Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, this matchup is bad. It is bad for us. Okay. So they get 2 tokens off this. Potentially. I'll block and take 4. And then this way we could see what they mill. Alright, cool. They milled a Kroxa. That's good for us. Okay. How do I get around this opponent right now? See, I need another land, but figures I wouldn't be able to play Feather for 2 turns because they have the Spark Harvest, so I guess I just sit back. Oh, boy. I mean, I can potentially just blow up whatever they have in their yard. I need them to have a good reason, though. I need to have a good reason to blow it up, and they know that. Like, I'll block the Young Pyro. That I don't mind. Alright, that's fine. I'll take that. That one's not as important because the Stitcher Supplier milling into their yard is pretty good. Being able to get all that out of the way for our Soul Guide Lantern is huge. Okay. I think we need the Scry, so I'm actually gonna just Protection from Black. Alright, I need to move that to the bottom. Okay, is this gonna work? Because if they have a way to remove my feather, this is gonna hurt. Alright, let's try this. Hopefully they don't have something to remove my feather. They do have Bedevil mana, but if I get to untap with feather, it won't be as bad. Just need this to, like, stick. Come on, deck. Please let me keep my feather. Let me keep my feather. That's fine. Currently, it's fine. Alright, so we gotta exile their yard. Alright, so what can they do here? I mean, I guess I could block here. I have to take 2. Protection from red. Yeah, sure, I'll keep that, I guess. And so now I can sit back and try to block. What is that? 4, 8, 9? I have to block whatever they pump with that. With the Fame. Let me think here. So that's gotta be a problem, right? Yeah, you got it. That'll kill the Adanto Vanguard. Because once they attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist, I need to be able to save my feather. This will be a problem also because, yeah, that's right. That's a 4-power creature. I think we're dead. No matter how I spin this, I think we're dead. Yeah, that's insane. We can't keep up with that value. Sure, give Pro Black. I don't even think we have anything to do after this. So, Pro Black. So that's 3, 5, 6, 10. I go to 1 here, right? Like that's 7, 8. Go to 2. Sure. Can I there's no out here. I cannot kill all of these. Yeah, no, planes won't do it. GG's, GG's. I don't think I can keep this. We don't have anything early enough, right? I got a mulligan. Yeah. That's not good. Mulligan to 3. All right, we're fine. All right, let's see what they have. I'm going to start off with Blood Crypt. See if they do anything here. We're more likely to just win off, like, conceding and keeping our the cards in our deck hidden into them. All right, we'll just go ahead and pass. I mean, sure, they can know we're on Mardu. If they play, like, Doom Foretold or something, then we'll know they're a stacks deck, and then that'll be a problem, but I think we can beat that. All right, we'll just go ahead and pass. Eventually, they'll make some kind of play. Or at least once we find a Thoughtseize, then we could just pass. Bolus is Citadel? Sure. I mean, once again, I want to know what they're playing, so I'm just going to keep letting them do their thing. And maybe this way they don't think we're, like, control or something, so they, like, remove a good amount of their cards. Okay. So we know they have Revenge in their deck. So they might be the Veto combo. They cast it again. I mean, that's only, what, we're down to 5? Eventually, we'll draw a Thoughtseize. I hope. Because I know I have them in the deck. All I know is that I do not want to fire off anything like a God's Willing, a Fight as One. Just got to pretty much just sit here and figure out what they're playing. All right, cool, bud. You got another Planeswalker. Yeah, I'm like pretty sure they're a stacks deck. Doom Foretold and everything. They're just waiting for me to play something. Sure. Maybe they just kill me outright from here. That's fine. If I draw Thoughtseize now, I can still look at their hand. I did not. GG's. Alright, I'll pass to them. Yeah, from the looks of it, they're just they're using that combo. They probably have Veto. Right? Like, they probably play Veto, and then they're like a Doom Foretold style deck. Cool. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright. So we don't actually have anything specifically for an enchantment-heavy deck, right? I didn't see any creatures. Let's see, what don't we want now? All right, let's try this. Okay, I'll keep this. This is a decent hand. This is a decent hand. All right, pass the opponent. So we know what they're playing. We know what they're doing. I can't stop them if they Thoughtseize me, so they got me there. We'll see if they've got something to do this upcoming turn. They bottom 3/6. I'm gonna go with Robber of the Rich. All right, 8 of Swamp. Should probably be able to find out a little more about their deck right now. Sure, Sorin's Thirst, you got it. Planar Cleansing. Yeah, let's get rid of the Citadel. So now I know that they don't have anything in their hand that directly interacts with my Feather. So, let's see here. So they kept it on top. Alright, let's go with Sorin then.
I did not start this fight, but I will finish the darkness.
Alright, it's a Birth of Meletis, which you can actually use. That's pretty great. So they need white sources. They need lands. I mean, the opponent's got to figure out something soon, right? Because then we're going to be able to get that Birth of Meletis. Sure, they board wipe here. You got it. So sweep City from the opponent. Let's take a look at their hand again. Eugene. Okay, let's get rid of that. Play a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Ping them in the face. Go ahead and just swing out. I mean, we can swing with Thoughtseize. We can swing at Thoughtseize, which is always good. Let's see here. We Thoughtseize 1. They got to draw a white source here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and ping them in the face.
Time.
And we're going to go ahead and attack. We'll Thoughtseize here. Cast. Target the opponent. Let's get rid of a Planar Cleansing. And now we play this, like, face down, I guess. We'll see what they draw. Or play this face down. We'll play this tapped. Too much Yu-Gi-Oh time. White source blows up the board. Alright, they got it. Sure. Seems good.
Reckoning will come one day.
So I'm gonna go ahead and play Feather now. And we're gonna see if that's good enough to, like, keep us around. After this, this is our last line of, like, defense, essentially. Sure, opponent, you got it. Let's go ahead and start drawing some crads. Alright, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and go 10th District Legionnaire. Target that. Adonto Vanguard, a solid threat in this matchup when a lot of what they're doing is all about just, you know, blowing stuff up. They don't have any exile stuff yet. Let's see what they've got. They've got to run out of stuff to do eventually. Alright, we'll go ahead and target the 10th District Legionnaire again. Move that to the bottom. Why not? Let's see what they've got in hand. Bolas' Citadel. Yeah, I don't think we want that. And then we're going to go ahead and target 10th District Legionnaire again. Move that to the bottom. Sure. Target black. Alright, that's good. This will give us lifelink and we can keep that. In the event they draw a board wipe, we will need something, right? Yeah. In the event they draw a board wipe. Because technically nothing here gets indestructible except for Adonto Vanguard. Alright, let's see what the opponent draws. They're down to 4. Alright, sweet. We'll play around the Settle. Just in case they have Settle the Wreckage mana. You never want to get blown out by that card. Classic Settle the Wreckage, giving me trust issues since it's like creation. I guess we can go with Dreadhorde Arcanist. They have so many board wipes that I think we just need to make sure we have threats. Well, we're gonna mulligan this. This is much better. Much better. Am I crazy for shipping a land? 500%. 500% crazy, yes. But at this point, again, in this matchup, considering what we know, they're probably going to now bring in way more removal, like Innocent Blood and stuff like that. So, you know, let's just get that out of the way now. Let's go ahead and cast Dreadhorde Arcanist. Let's see if that works. This should draw something out, right? Because now if they discard something from my hand that's a non-creature spell that's either God's Willing or Fight as 1, it should be fine. Now, however, I do need another white source or red source. Okay, well, I guess I should have specified untapped white or red source. But you know what? Good enough. Alright, pass the opponent. They have a removal spell. They 100% have a removal spell. It's probably like Heartless Act or something like that. Alright, we'll go ahead and play 10th District Legionnaire. Okay, opponent, what are you going to do now? I know you're waiting for me to, like, cast something so you can sweep the board. I will not fall for that. I will let you kill whatever. We'll see. Sorin's Thirst. Let's see here. We could force the board wipe out. We want to find something like a feather, so we're going to move that to the bottom. Now they can sweep the board. We play Sorin. We bring our threats back. And we'll go ahead and go back to combat. Sweet. So what will they kill? My Sorin? I assume so. And now we've got the Legionnaire swinging in. Hopefully they don't have Chandra or Liliana. I mean, I feel like they haven't played much, so they're definitely building towards that. I need the double scry, I guess, so why not move that to the bottom? Perfect. I mean, we don't have a protection spell, but interesting. That's a huge problem. Alright, so we're going to go in for combat. Put him down to 6 here. Yep, seems good. And we'll go ahead and activate. I guess that I should have probably swung the other way, huh? I would have had lethal. I realize that right now, because then what would they have done? Right, what could they have done? They block here, they gain 2, they go up to 8, but they'd be at 2. But then we'd lose one of our threats. Actually, yeah, no, I still like that line. Because I'm trying to play around this Liliana. If we get settled here, it's going to feel pretty bad. They're dead either way, no matter how they spin this. Alright, and that's GG's. And we got there. Woo! We'll keep this. This seems pretty decent, right? We get the curve. We get to go Thoughtseize into Dreadhorde Arcanist or 10th District Legionnaire. We're definitely going to go with Dreadhorde Arcanist, though. Huh. Thoughtseize is a problem. Yeah, Thoughtseize gets us off balance way too early. We're going to lead off with 10th District Legionnaire. Get him to use that to, like, kill pretty much our 10th District. That's fine. Now we're going to try to go for Dreadhorde Arcanist. If they don't have a red source, hopefully, they probably have a land, but this isn't the worst if we draw a land here. If we draw a land right now, we'll be okay. We didn't, but at least we drew this. So it's Grixis Control, which, by the way, it's only natural that I would get paired against Grixis Control because, you know, there are no losers when you're playing against a Grixis deck. There's only fun. So they ripped the Legionnaire from me. If I draw a land, I can go ahead. All right, cool. Let's go ahead, buy back a 10th District Legionnaire. Don't mind if I do. Let's cast Thoughtseize. They probably have all lands or something, don't they? Oh, nice. And we get rid of the Escanta there, 100%. All right. Solid, solid. Let's bring in Gideon. I don't think... So, Reckless Rage will be good against Nico Bolas. That's about it, right? Yeah. All right, let's try that. We'll definitely keep this. Once again, more Thoughtseize action into a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Don't mind if I do. Let's get rid of the threat. As weird as it sounds, I think I have to shock because I don't want to get caught off guard by, like, drawing a double white, like, spell, like, Feather or something like that. And we're going to cast Thoughtseize, target the opponent. Sure. Countered, you got it. So now we're going to Thoughtseize again. Go ahead and play that land tap. I probably am better off keeping that considering what I have. Wow, GG's. All right, let's go ahead and keep this. I don't know what the opponent's playing, but we'll find out. All right, so they have a breeding pool, so it's probably some form of ramp. At least blue-green X. Oh, Sultai. Very nice. Now they might have removal. If they have it, they can use it. Sure. So next turn, we're going to really rely on the fact that we have God's Willing or hope that it works. But if they Thoughtseize us right now, it's going to be kind of bad. All right, so it looks like they have the Uro plan going. So that's already miserable. But let me see. Can we beat Uro game 1? We should probably retool the deck to beat Uro's game 1. Oh, it's over. Unless we draw another threat. All right, GG's. I mean, we could play it out. We could play it out. We could play it out. Another Uro, so they're at 26 life. Sure. Turns out the game plan of just playing a 6/6 that continuously gains 3 and draws cards is pretty good. Wowee! Alright, so that's 6 cards. Okay, so they have Uro next turn. We're dead. Good game. Yeah, unfortunately, we super duper cave to cards like that, like to Thoughtseize. So we might want to look around. Like, I mean, that is why I was thinking about adding a Leyline into this deck too, to protect ourselves from something like that. Now, I don't think Reckless Rage is that good here. Like, maybe 1 or 2, sure, but like, I don't think we need that many. What do we want now? I mean, the Thoughtseize is actually going to go far for us, so you know what? Let's do that. Our turn to Thoughtseize, turn 1? Sure. We'll start off with Godless Shrine, of course. We are extremely slow here when it comes to the start of our hand. Alright, so what don't we want to have happen here? I mean, Scooz is a problem. Scooz is a problem. It eats our graveyard up, so it makes so like we don't get to actually use our Dreadhorde Arcanist and things like that. So we'll go ahead and lead off with a Savai here, Savai Triome. All right, we're gonna just go ahead and fire this off, eat up the little Scooz. Scoozyvert is gone. Now if they try to play something like Uro or some kind of nonsense like that, we do have something for it. We'll need something like God's Willing or some kind of indestructible spell on turn 4 to be able to stop the removal nonsense going on, though. Alright, go ahead and pass. So now I want them to try to actually figure out if they want to fire off the Eliminate. They did. Sure. How do I get around this Maelstrom Pulse? I could just get them to use the Maelstrom Pulse and call it a day. Yeah, let's go ahead and just let them use the Maelstrom Pulse. Hopefully they don't have Thoughtseize to follow it up. Yep, you got it. And now we play another Feather, and hopefully this will survive. Alright, Protection from Black. Sure, I'll keep that on top. Why not? Double up on the protection spells. Alright, pass to the opponent. Let's see what they've got. Alright, and they think this game is over, so I will take it. You know what? Turns out Feather just sitting there is good enough. Feather just sitting there is good enough. I'll take it. I will keep this. We have a Danto. Hopefully it doesn't get Thoughtseized. Alright, so we're going to do the Thoughtseizing. Alright, let's see what you got. Eliminate, Uro, Krasis. These are all problems. They all ramp. They all do things. I guess, yeah, we'll go ahead and go with getting rid of Eliminate. Because we're going to play a Danto Vanguard next turn. So right now, it won't matter what they're doing pretty much. Like, they play Uro, it goes into the yard. I can exile something. The question is, do I want to exile Uro or do I want to exile the Hydroid Krasis? Most likely the Krasis, because that becomes a really big body. Oh, never mind. There goes my Gideon. Oh, maybe not. Alright. Oh, darn it. That's poopy. I wanted that. Innocent Blood's a good one. That's a good one. If you're gonna draw something, I think that's a pretty decent one to draw. On the brighter side, they have 1 black mana here, so that makes this a little awkward.
Not if I can help it.
Oh, that's such a bad draw.
Prepare for battle.
That is such a bad draw. Alright, so they're going to draw another card here, right? Because they get to go and play Uro again. If they hit another land here, that'll be a huge problem, but yep. And it's one that fuels their yard, but luckily, nothing to answer my Gideon yet.
You hold no power over me.
Alright, I guess we attack. Alright, let's go ahead and play our Feather here. So now we have the ability to exile something that sits in front of our Gideon, or our Feather, right? So we will just exile the Uro that they play, ideally. Unless, of course, they find an answer to this. But luckily now we have Feather to block a Nissa land or something like that. They probably want to play the Krasis right now, though. As a 4/4 is pretty good. But I guess drawing a card isn't bad either. That Negate is a terrifying card to see, by the way.
That's enough. Good triumphs this step.
Alright, so they're down to 11. They play a big Krasis, that's fine. Oh, that's such a bad draw for us. No, we just attacked with the Feather. Now we lose Gideon. That's a big problem. Oh, man, that is so bad for us. That was so bad for us. Oh, dude, that's such a good draw. How do I beat that now? They untap, they're going to win the game, I think. Ugh. Come on, just counter this. Alright, sweet.
You should fear those born of darkness.
I don't know if we can beat this, but I will try.
Body, not your...
You know what? I think I gotta leave this back to block. How do I win from here? That negate is pretty good. I'm surprised they kept a negate in, but I guess it makes sense when I have so many like pump spells and stuff like that. Because they need to counter my God's Willing. Dang, dude, that Nissa was such a good draw. That was such a a dunking for us. So now I have no clue how we kill this Hydrocrisis. I mean, we had the Gideon exiled the Uro, so it looked like we were doing okay. I don't think there's ever a point where we can get around and kill this Nissa now. Even if I did attack it, set it down to 3. Yeah, that's 13 mana. They'll refill their hand here. They draw like 5 cards off this or something like that. Yeah, good game. GG's, bud. Well, unfortunately, we got super bodied by Sultai Ramp, but you know what? That's okay. I think the one thing that we should have probably prepared a little more for is Uro. I mean, I thought maybe we could just try to get underneath them, but yeah, maybe it's just not enough because Uro is too hard to keep up with. Once it resolves, it outclasses almost every one of our creatures. So, you know, Glass Casket, we might have to tick up on those and or turn that into Baffling End because at least Baffling End permanently gets rid of it. So yeah, we should probably swap the Glass Caskets out for, you know, Baffling Ends. And other than that, though, I mean, maybe some kind of like Planeswalker removal would be nice out of the sideboard, like Noxious Grasp or something like that to deal with Nissas and Teferis and stuff like that. So I think the deck is a lot of it's a lot of fun if you're a Feather fan. Is the Black Splash worth it? I love the turns where you got to see Thoughtseize off Dreadhorde Arcanist, so naturally I'm a little biased when it comes to that. And, you know, being able to, like, disrupt the opponent is quite huge. And with how popular auras can be, Liliana's Triumph seems solid. So, I think it just needs to be slightly tuned. So, I do like the addition of black. Maybe we can cut Sorin and we don't need the recursion. But I personally just always want to have some kind of threat. And being able to bring one back is always nice. So, you know, maybe we'll have to tune that at a later point on stream. So thank you so much for watching another episode of Historic 101. As always, I do appreciate y'all coming by and supporting the content. Once again, as always, as you know already, feel free to leave a like and a sub and hit the bell icon to be notified when a brand new video comes up. Other than that, your friendly neighborhood Asian Avenger signing out, and I'll see you at the next one.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.